Then let's look at question number 50. It says that there are two functions f and g which are defined like this. Domain is minus 1 by 2 to 2. So we are only concerned about this region and not about other regions. Fx was greatest integer of x square minus 3. Now since this minus 3 is an integer, so I can take it outside. So this function I can directly write it like this. Minus 3 is integer, so I can take that outside. Gx is a function which is mod x into fx, so I can take fx common, right? So this is, I'll write it like this, mod x plus mod of 4x minus 7 into fx. This is function gx which is dependent on fx, where mod y denotes this denotes the greatest integer function. Okay, this denotes greatest integer function, and y is element of R. Okay, alright, right. So we have to check whether f is discontinuous at how many points and g is not differentiable at how many points, right? So f is discontinuous. F will be discontinuous where will f be discontinuous? It will be discontinuous where this greatest integer function, this x square, will be integer, right? I know that greatest integer functions are discontinuous, are not continuous at integral points, right? So wherever x square is integer, there this function will be discontinuous. So between minus 1 by 2 and 2, how many points I'll get where x square will be an integer? X square will be an integer for x equal to 0, for x equal to 1, for x equal to root 2, and for x equal to root 3, then x equal to 1, all these points, right? 1 I have already written. So root 2, root 3, and x equal to 2 also, right? So at how many points this function is discontinuous? This function is discontinuous at actually 0. It will be at x equal to 0. This function will be at 0. This will not be discontinuous, right? Because 0 plus and 0 minus, it will be same only. Why? Because if I find out f0 plus, this will be 0 point something, right? I'll get 0 point something something minus 3. So I'll get minus 3, and f of 0 minus also I'll get as 0 point something something minus 3. So this will also be minus 3. So 0 pe it is continuous. So this point will not come. 1 will come, root 2 will come, root 3 will come. Okay, 1, root 2, root 3, and 2, right? So there are 4 points. 4 points where function fx is discontinuous, right? So how many points? 4 points. Option B is correct. This is wrong. Okay, and now let's check at how many points g is not differentiable, non-differentiable. So what is function gx? Gx is this mod of x plus mod of 4x minus 7, this into fx. Now see, we clearly know that this is a continuous function. Right? Mod functions are continuous. Okay, I'm talking about continuity, not differentiability first. And this function is not continuous at 4 points. We have already checked, right? So this 4 points. So fx is discontinuous at 4 points. Now if fx is discontinuous at 4 points, I'll have to check for the derivability of gx at which points. Okay, so I'll check at 0. Okay, it's possible that at 0 g is non-derivable, or so what are the points where I'll check, right? Where I think that this function may go discontinuous. So since 0 is critical point, right? 0 is critical point, definition of mod is changing. At 7 by 4 also definition of mod is changing. So I'll check at 7 by 4 also. I'll check at 1 also. I'll check at root 2 also. I'll check at root 3 also. 7 by 4 also I'll check. So these are the 5 points where I need to check whether gx is derivable or non-derivable, right? Now it's given open interval, right? Here it's open interval, so I need not check at 2, right? It's not necessary to check at 2 because 2 is anyways not included, so why should I waste my time? So let me check whether this function is derivable or not at x equal to 0. Okay, so if I check in the neighborhood of 0, right, in the neighborhood of 0, that means in this interval 0 plus h and 0 minus h, in the neighborhood of 0, what will be the value of fx? Fx is actually this. Okay, and in the neighborhood of 0, whether it is 0 plus or 0 minus, value of this thing will be 0. So fx will be simply minus 3 in the neighborhood of 0. So what will be gx? Gx will be this thing, okay, this thing multiplied by minus 3, this thing multiplied by minus 3. And now we know that this function, right, this, the graph of this function will be something like this, right? Graph of two mod functions, like mod of something plus mod of something, is generally like this. So x equal to 0 might be this point, or x equal to 0 might be this point. So this point will be x equal to 0, so slopes will be different, so this function is non-derivable. At x equal to 0, definition of this mod is changing, right? So anyways, function is non-derivable. This is the function in the neighborhood of 0. Fx is gone now, it's just minus 3, right? So at x equal to 0, the function is non-derivable. So here it is non-derivable. Okay, and now at x equal to 1, the function is discontinuous. So we know that all non-continuous functions are non-derivable. This you might be knowing. All non-continuous functions are definitely non-derivable. So no need to check, it will directly be non-derivable. And here also function is discontinuous, so here also function will be non-derivable. Here also function will be non-derivable, right? Because at root 3 also, the function is discontinuous, and we know that non-continuous functions are non-derivable for sure. Now we need to check at this point, that is 7 by 4. Now let's check in the neighborhood of again 7 by 4. So 7 by 4 plus h minus h to plus h, right? It's actually opposite, right? First I'll take minus h to 7 by 4 plus h in this interval, right? If I'm writing interval, I should write the smaller number first. Okay, then in this interval, in the neighborhood of 7 by 4 actually, we know that in the neighborhood of 7 by 4, what will be this function? What will be the value of fx? Fx is this thing minus 3. Okay, so in the neighborhood of 7 by 4, I'll get 7 by 4 whole square minus 3. So this will be something around 7 by 4 whole square, so 49 by 16, and this will be 3 point something, right? So if this is 3 point something, greatest integer will be 3, so value of fx will be 0. Alright, if value of fx is 0, then I'll get gx as, gx will be mod of x plus mod of 4x minus 7, this multiplied by fx, and fx is 0, so gx will also be 0. So in the neighborhood of 0, around 7 by 4 minus and 7 by 4 plus, the function is 0. So graph will be just like this, right? Gx is just 0. So the function is, if gx is 0, that means g dash x will also be 0, right? It's a constant function, so slope will be defined. There will be a horizontal tangent which will be coming, right? So g dash x will be defined, and if g dash x is defined, if this is the function for this function is derivable, gx equal to 0 is surely derivable. So this point, this is derivable. So at how many points my function is non-derivable? At 4 points, right? Function is non-derivable at exactly 4 points. So again, here also answer will be 4 points. C is correct, D is incorrect. So the correct answer for this question was B comma C. Alright, B and C are correct option. Exactly 4 points. Which are the points here? Non-derivability. Points of non-derivability are 0, 1, root 2, root 3. This 4 points. And which are the points where fx is discontinuous? Fx is discontinuous at 1, root 2, root 3 and 2. Right? These 4 points are non-continuous, and these 4 points are non-derivable. This is for fx, this is for gx. Okay. So again, this question was this question could have been done, but it was a little tricky, right? So You need to analyze at each and every point, then only will get the right answer. There were a lot of chances of making mistakes actually for this question. Okay, now let's move on to question number 51. Here, this is a paragraph question, so there are two questions in this paragraph, and this question are from probability, right? So here, if you can read this paragraph, I'll read it once again. Like, football teams T1 and T2 have to play two games against each other. So T1 and T2 are playing games against each other. It is assumed that outcome of the two games are independent. Okay, the probability of T1 winning, drawing and losing. Okay, so probability of T1 of winning, drawing and losing, it's given. Probability that T1 wins is 1 by 2, 1 by 6 and 1 by 3. So what will be the probability of T2 winning, losing and drawing? Probability of T2 winning, losing and drawing will be same. If it's a draw for T1, it's a draw for T2 also. And if it's a win for T1, that means it's lose for T2, right? So if T1 wins, then T2 will lose, and if T2 loses, if T1 loses, then T2 will win, right? So this two will be swapped. Winning and losing will be swapped, drawing will be same, right? And sum of all three is always 1. Now each team gets 3 points for a win. For a win you get 3 points, and 1 point for a draw, and 0 points for losing in a game, right? Now X and Y denotes the total points scored by T1 and T2. What is X and Y? They are total points which are scored by T1 and T2 respectively after two games, right? So they are playing two games. Now we have to find out what is the probability that score of total points which are scored by T1 is greater than total points which are scored by T2. Okay, so what are the total cases if they are playing two matches, right? If T1 and T2 are playing two matches, so T1 has three options, right? Either T1 will win, or it will lose, or there will be a draw, right? Again, T2 also has three options. Either there will be a win, lose or draw. So suppose if I write down all the cases, right? If I write down all the cases here, then either, like I am writing with respect to T1, right? So either T1 will win both the matches. If T1 and T2 are playing two matches, T1 wins both the matches, right? This is one case. Second is T1 wins the first match and loses the second match. Okay, third case is loses first and wins the second one. And next is there is a draw. Both are draw. Both are lost by T1. Or maybe next case is T1 won the first match and second match was draw. Or next case can be first match was draw and second match was win for T1, right? So everything is with respect to T1. Or one more case can be either first lose and then draw, and draw and then lose. Alright, so how many cases are this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so total there will be 9 cases. 3 options for T1 and 3 options for T2. Right, so 3 into 3, total there will be 9 cases. Alright, so if T1 wins, now what will be the score of T1 and T2? If T1 wins both the matches, then score of T1 will be 3 plus 3. Right, that's 6. And if T1 wins both the match, that means T2 loses both the matches. So here it will be lose. So that will be 0 plus 0. So score of T2 will be 0. Y will be 0. If T1 wins the first match and loses the second match, so T1 gets how much? 3 plus 0, that's 3. And T2 loses the first match and wins the second match, right? So T2 will also get 3 points. In this case also same, both of them will score 3. If both of them are draw, that means T1 draw is 1 point, right? For a draw you get 1 point. Yeah, so 1 plus 1 2, and here also 1 plus 1 2. If T1 loses both the matches, then score of T1 is 0. That means T2 wins both the matches, so score here is 6. If T1 wins the first match and second is draw, so that's 3 plus 1 4, and for this team it's lose and draw, so lose is 0 and draw is 1, so point score will be 1. Draw is 0, win is 3, so again this is 4 and again this is 1, and lose draw, lose means 0 and draw means 1, so 1 and here it will be 4, 1 and here it will be 4. Now I have to find out probability that x is greater than y. So in which of the following cases x is greater than y? Here x is greater than y, here x is equal to y, here x is equal to y, here x is greater than y, here x is greater than y. So these are the three cases where x is greater than y, right? So only I am concerned about this three cases. Okay, so either it will be this case, or this case, then only x will be greater than y, right? So in now let us find out the probability that this three cases turns out, right? So what is the probability? So these are the three cases, right? Either win win, win draw, and draw win, right? And this is with respect to T1. Okay, so what will be the probability that T1 wins both the matches? That will be probability of winning for T1. Okay, for T1 probability of winning is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. Probability that T1 wins first match and second match is draw. First is draw and second is win. So this will be the probability, right? Now if I add, I'll get 1 by 4. This will be 1 by 12 and this will be 1 by 12. Alright, so if I add them all, what will I get? This will be, if I add, I'll get probability that x is greater than y, and this will be 1 by 4 plus 2 by 12, that's 1 by 6. So 12 will be the LCM, 3 plus 2 5. 5 by 12 will be the answer, right? So for this question answer is 5 by 12. It was a very easy question actually. Okay, 5 by 12. And what is second part? Second part says that, not this one, this one, probability that x is equal to y, right? So I'll solve that question also in the same board. Probability that x is equal to y. So in which of the following cases x is equal to y? X is equal to y here, in this case, x is equal to y in this case, then x is equal to y and bus, only three cases, right? So win lose, lose win, and draw draw. Win lose, lose win, and draw draw. These are the three cases, right? And again this is with respect to T1. So T1 wins first match is 1 by 2, right? T1 wins is 1 by 2, yeah, and loses is 1 by 3. Loses is 1 by 3, wins is 1 by 2, draw is 1 by 6, draw is 1 by 6. So this is 1 by 6, 1 by 6, and 1 by 36. So total, if I find out probability of x is equal to y, in these three cases x will be equal to y, the scores will be equal. So 1 by 6, 1 by 6, so that is 2 by 6 plus 1 by 36. So this will be 1 by 3 plus 1 by 36. If I take LCM, I'll get 13 by 36, right? So the correct answer for this question will be 13 by 36. Question number 10, here correct answer is 13 by 36. Okay, so very easy question, right? Like both the questions can be solved in just not more than 5 minutes. It should not take more than 5 minutes for solving this question, both the questions, right? So it was a very easy paragraph that they had given from probability. Just you need to find out all the cases and then interpret where the score is equal and where the score of T1 is greater than T2. Only two cases were asked, right? In fact, this question number 52, was more simpler than the first question also. Then paragraph 2, let's move on to the next paragraph. Here this paragraph says that, this is again from coordinate geometry, so you can expect a little bit of calculation or maybe plotting the curves and finding out areas and all that. So f1 and f2 are 2 points. X1 is less than 0 and x2 is greater than 0. Be the foci of this ellipse, right? What is the ellipse? Ellipse is x square by 9 plus y square by 8 is equal to 1. This is the ellipse. suppose parabola having vertex at origin and focus at f2 intersects the ellipse at point M in the first quadrant and at N in the fourth quadrant. Alright, so this is a horizontal ellipse, right? So if I draw the diagram will be something like this. There is an horizontal ellipse and f1 and f2 are the foci. So this is the ellipse. There is a parabola. Parabola is like this. Okay, this parabola is having vertex at origin. Focus of ellipse and foci are both of them are same. Alright, so this is f1. F1 is with negative x, right? Yeah, and f2 is somewhere here. This is f2. So what is f1 and f2? Let's find out the foci of both of them. Here we know that b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square. So b square is 8 by 9. 1 minus 8 by 9 is e square. So from here I'll get e equal to 1 by 3. Right, if e is 1 by 3, then a comma 0, so e will be 1, so 1 comma 0 and minus 1 comma 0, right? So this point is actually minus 1 comma 0 and this point is actually plus 1 comma 0. Alright, so these two are the foci. Now we know that what is point M? This is point M and this is point N in the fourth quadrant, right? This is point N. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out orthocenter of triangle F1MN. So if I join MN, it will be something like this. If I join MN, it will be something like this. It may or may not pass through F2, right? So it will be like this and like this, right? Now what are points M and N? Points M and N we need to find out, right? So we can find out points M and N. That we can do. Parabola is having vertex at origin and focus of parabola is f2, right? So if this is the focus, that means for that parabola a is equal to 1 because focus of parabola is a comma 0, right? So if I compare it with that, then a will be 1. So parabola is actually what? Y square equal to 4x. So this parabola is y square equal to 4x and this ellipse is x square by 9 plus y square by 8 equal to 1. So if I solve this two, I can find out the points M and N, right? And then I can find out the orthocenter of this triangle. Now see, if I look very carefully, orthocenter will definitely lie on x-axis, right? Because there is a complete symmetry. This triangle is entirely symmetrical. This line is perpendicular to the x-axis. So orthocenter will definitely lie on it will definitely lie on x-axis, and 3 out of 4 options are lying on x-axis, right? Only this option is rejected. So answer will be either A, B or C. Now so this is one of the altitude, right? This M and this point is suppose Q. So F1Q is definitely one of the altitudes. Now let's find out M and N first, right? So y square is 4x. So I'll get x square by 9 plus 4x by 8 equal to 1. So x square by 9 plus x by 2 is equal to 1. So if I multiply the entire equation by 18, I'll get 2x square plus 9x minus 18 equal to 0. So from here, if I factorize, this is 6 into 3 into 2, right? So how can I factorize this? If I want to factorize this, then 3 into 2 into 2 into 3, so 9 at 4. No, actually 6. If I want to factorize this, then 6 and 3, right? 6 3 is 18. 4x by 8. 4x by 8, so this will be x by 2 and this is equal to 1. So 2 and 9, yeah, this is correct, equal to 18. Okay, so if I want to factorize, this will be 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12, 12 into 3, Yeah, this will work, right? So x square plus 12x minus 3x minus 18 equal to 0, right? So 2x common, x plus 6 minus 3 common, x plus 6 equal to 0. So from here I'll get x equal to 3 by 2 or x equal to minus 6. But x can't be negative, right? Because we are talking about points which are lying in first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So x can't be minus 6 definitely. So x will be 3 by 2. Alright, so this point will be uh, 3 by 2 comma something, and this point will also be 3 by 2 comma something, right? X coordinates are same. What will be the value of y? Y square is equal to 4x. X is 3 by 2, right? So y square equal to 3 into 2 6, right? So y square equal to 6. So this will be plus root 6 and this will be minus root 6. So these two are the points. Now I can write down equation. One of the altitudes is known, right? This altitude is known. I need to find out one more altitude. One altitude is just x-axis. So I need to find out one more altitude in this triangle to find out orthocenter, right? Orthocenter is nothing but intersection of any two altitudes. So if I drop one perpendicular from M to this opposite side of this triangle, okay, here, then what will be slope of F1n? We can find out slope of F1n. That will be nothing but minus root 6 minus 0 divided by 3 by 2 minus 1 minus minus 1. So that will be plus 1. So from here I'll get minus root 6 divided by, and this will become 2 by 5, right? It will be something like this. So this is slope of f1n. Now if I say this point is suppose p, right? So what will be slope of mp? mp is perpendicular to f1n. So slope of mp or pm, this will be 5 by 2 root 6, right? This will be the slope of that altitude. Now I can easily write down the equation of that altitude because I know one point and I know the slope. So I can write down equation of mp. That will be how much? Equation of pm, right? This will be y minus y1, that is root 6, right? Y minus y1 equal to slope into x minus x1. And I have to find, this is equation of PM, right, which is altitude from M, and also I know equation of altitude from F1, and equation of altitude from F1 is nothing but F1Q, and that is y equal to 0, that is nothing but x-axis. So I need to solve this two and find out the intersection point, that's it. So if I put y equal to 0 in this equation, I'll get minus root 6 multiplied by 2 root 6 divided by 5, and this is equal to x minus 3 by 2. So this I'll get 2 times 6, that is 12 by 5 plus 3 by 2. इसको सॉल्व करेंगे क्या आएगा? यहाँ पे आएगा 10, so minus 24 plus 5 times, so this is 15 और x, right? तो यहाँ पे 24 minus 15, ये इसका आंसर कितना आएगा? This will be 9 by 10, right? Minus 9 by 10. X will be minus 9 by 10. So point orthocenter will be minus 9 by 10 comma 0. This will be the orthocenter. So answer for this question was minus 9 by 10 comma 0, right? We just need to find out orthocenter, and this is the correct answer, option A. Alright, 9 by 10 comma 0 is not correct. This is also not correct. Minus 9 by 10 comma 0. Okay, let's look at the next question. Here this question says that this question is if tangents to the ellipse at M and N meet at R, right? So if I draw tangents to ellipse at M and N, they meet at R. Alright, and the normal to the parabola at M meets the x-axis at Q. Let me draw the diagram again very fast, right? So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the ellipse, this is the ellipse, and we can draw this as the parabola. This point is 3 by 2 comma root 6, this point is 3 by 2 comma minus root 6. This parabola is y square equal to 4x. Now this is m, this is n, this is origin. Now what I'm doing is I'm tangents at m and n meet at r. Alright, so if I draw a tangent to the parabola, right? Tangent to the ellipse at m and n meet at r, and normal to the parabola at m meets the x-axis at q. Acha, so normal to m meets the x-axis at q. So this point is q. This is normal at point m, and tangent to the ellipse at m and n. Okay, so tangent to ellipse. Okay, so we have to draw tangent to this ellipse at m and n. So tangent to ellipse at m will be something like this, and tangent to ellipse at n will be like this. Okay, and this two will also intersect on this line only, right? It will intersect on x-axis only. It will be like this. This point is r. Okay, it will intersect because there is symmetry, right? If there is symmetry, it will intersect on x-axis only. Now then the ratio of area of triangle MQR, alright, area of triangle MQR divided by area and area of quadrilateral MF1 and F2, right? So MN, okay, this is N, and F1 F2, right? So if I join this, it will be something like this, and F1 F2, F1 will be somewhere here and F2 will be somewhere here. Okay, right, so we can do this now. Acha, so find out the coordinates of Q and R first of all, right? So if I write equation of normal at M to this parabola, so if I differentiate, what will be the slope? 2y y dash equal to 4. So y dash will be 2 by y. What is y coordinate? Y coordinate is root 6. So 2 by root 6 is slope of tangent. So what will be slope of normal? Minus root 6 by 2. So what will be equation of normal? Equation of normal to the parabola will be like this. Y minus root 6 equal to slope into x minus 3 by 2. This is the equation of normal. Now if I put, this is x-axis, right? So y coordinate will be 0. So if I put y equal to 0, I'll get the coordinates of point Q. So minus root 6 will get cancelled. So I'll get 2 plus 3 by 2, that will be x. So x will be 4, so 7 by 2, right? So this point is 7 by 2 comma 0, right? Point Q is 7 by 2 comma 0. And what will be point R? Point R also we can find out by writing equation of tangent, right? So if I write equation of tangent to ellipse, that will be, what will be the equation of tangent to the ellipse? So let me differentiate ellipse. So I'll get x square by 9 plus y square by 8 is 1. So 2x by 9 plus 2y by 8 into y dash, this will be 0, right? So 2 will get cancelled. Okay, so y dash will be minus 8x by 9y. So minus 8 by 9. What is x? That is 3 by 2. What is y? That is root 6. Okay, if I simplify this, I'll get 3 times 3 and 2 times 4. So minus 4 by 3 root 6. This is the slope. Okay, this is the slope of tangent. So what will be equation of tangent? Y minus root 6 equal to slope into x minus 3 by 2. And again I'll put y equal to 0. So if I put y equal to 0, I'll get minus 3 root 6 into root 6 divided by minus 4. This is equal to x minus 3 by 2. So this 2 will get cancelled. I'll get 3 into 6 divided by 4. Okay, so this will be 2 times 3 and 2 times 2. So 9 by 2 plus 3 by 2. This is x. So this is 12 by 2, which is 6. Okay, so 6 comma 0, this point. Okay, so I can find out area of this triangle now. So what is this length, right? Area of triangle will be half into MQR. So triangle MQR is half into base. Base is 6 minus 7 by 2. This is base, and height is root 6, right? So height is simply root 6. So this will be the area of triangle MQR. You can find out by simplifying. And I already know what is F1 F2. F1 F2 is minus 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 0, right? So this is 1 comma 0 will be somewhere here. 1 comma 0, yeah, 1 comma 0 will be somewhere here. So F1, so I need to find out area of this quadrilateral, right? Area of, let me draw it with some different color. Area of F1M F2, this quadrilateral. So area of this quadrilateral is nothing but double the area of this triangle. If I find out the area of this triangle and double it, I'll get area of that quadrilateral, right? So this denominator, okay, this area quadrilateral M F1 and F2, this will be 2 times area of this triangle. So what is area of this triangle? Half into base will be 2, right? This length is 2, see, this is base, and height is again root 6. So this will get cancelled, so I'll get 2 root 6. What is this area? This area is 12 minus 7, so 5 by 4, and this will be root 6. If I divide this 2, I'll get 5 root 6 by 4 and 1 by 2 root 6. So this 2 will get cancelled, so ratio will be 5:8. Alright, so for this question, answer will be 5:8. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed solving questions with me, and I hope you understood all the questions which I have explained here. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me through the Ask ITNs forum. If you get any doubt, you can post your doubt there. Okay, so I will take a leave. Goodbye, good night, take care.